Hello students, I'm Vinitha Nair from Parlatilak Vidyalaya English Medium School. Today we are going to revise the topic comprehension. In your activity sheet, section 2, you will have 2 textual passages for comprehension. Section 4, 1 non-textual passage for comprehension. Section 3, you will have a poem comprehension. Moving on. What is comprehension? Comprehension is the ability to understand the text and connect it with what we already know. In a comprehension exercise, the following areas will be tested. Our efficiency in reading, understanding the meaning of words in context, vocabulary and grammar skill, 2 are tested here. Our ability to answer factual questions, our ability to answer complex questions like identifying the central idea conveyed in the passage, drawing inferences, etc. Our ability to express our viewpoints through personal responses and open-ended questions. And you will find that a variety of questions are asked, and basically it will all test one thing: how good you are at comprehending the given passage. Now, there are certain steps which will help you to comprehend and understand the passage provided. First and foremost, read the passage and identify the key aspects highlighted in the passage. Try to summarize the passage in your own words. Read the questions and read the passage again, keeping the questions in mind. Establish connections while reading. Answer the questions in your own words. And finally, review and revise your work. Very important. So, in section 2, as I told you, textual passages will be there. There will be 5 questions. A1 will be based on simple factual kind of questions, complex factual questions A2, vocabulary based questions A3, A4 questions based on English grammar, A5 open-ended or personal response questions. So what are simple factual questions? Simple factual questions are questions which require fact-based answers. There is only one correct answer based on the fact, which can be verified by referring to the extract comprehension passage provided. Some simple factual questions. Questions beginning with who, what, when, where, fill in the blanks, name the following, complete the following sentences, true or false, etc. What are complex factual questions? Questions which require factual answers. That is, answers which contain facts rather than giving theories or personal responses. Some complex factual questions. What is the message conveyed through the passage? Write the sequence of sentences as per the events. Find the proof and write it. Write 2 correct sentences that describe. Which are the qualities displayed by the character or characters? Now you also have vocabulary-based questions. What are they? They are usually asked to, test your knowledge of vocabulary. Give the antonyms of, give the synonyms of, which is the word in the passage which means, or give the meaning of the word. Pick out compound words, collocations from the passage. Give the noun forms, adverb forms, adjective forms, verb forms. Questions based on prefix, suffix, phrases, word register, word chains, etc. Questions based on English grammar. Transformation of sentences, change the voice, phrases, clauses, add a question tag, direct indirect speech, word class, modals, determiners, types, kinds of sentences, punctuation marks, articles, functional grammar, etc. Now let us see an example. It is a textual passage for comprehension. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. An extract is given and A1 is usually the pre-reading activity, but you won't answer it right away. What will you do? You will first go to the passage and read the passage. and then come back and answer A1. So let us read this passage. Com was born in Kangtei village, Moirang Lamkhai, in Churachandpur district of rural Manipur in eastern India. She came from a poor family. Her parents, Mangte Tonpa Kom and Mangte Akam Kom, were tenant farmers who worked in June fields. Com grew up in humble surroundings, helping her parents with farm related chores, going to school, and learning athletics initially and later boxing simultaneously. Her father was a keen wrestler in his younger age. She had an eager interest in athletics since childhood, and the success of Dinko Singh, a fellow Manipuri written from 1998 Bangkok Asian Games with gold medal Com recollects, had inspired many youngsters in Manipur to try boxing, and she too thought of giving it a try. Mary Com's career started in 2000 after her victory in the Manipur State Women's Boxing Championship and the regional championship in West Bengal. In 2001, she started competing at international level. She was only 18 years old when she made her international debut at the first IBA Women's World Boxing Championship in United States, winning a silver medal in the 48 kg weight category. Her greatness is reinforced by the way she apologized to the whole nation for not being able to win the gold. She's a legend for sure and an idol for all the sportswomen to look up to. A beautiful passage, a beautiful inspirational extract. Now we go back and answer these questions. Which state does Mary Kom belong to? Manipur. Who inspired Mary Kom to choose boxing as a career? Dinko Singh. What were her parents? Tenant farmers. When did Mary Kom make her international debut in boxing? At 18. Moving on. What difficulties did Mary Kom face in her childhood? You will again go back to the passage, read where her early life is mentioned, come back and answer. Hailing from a poor family, Mary Kom grew up in humble surroundings. Her parents, Mangte Tonpa Kom and Mangte Akam Kom, were tenant farmers who worked in June fields. She had to help her parents with farm related chores, go to school, and learn athletics initially and later boxing simultaneously. So all the aspects which reflects on the difficulty she faced, you have to write in your answer. All right. Find out the word for the following. Find out one word for the following from the passage. Shifting cultivation, go to the passage, find the word, write it down. Strengthen, again read the passage, find the word, write it down. First public appearance, you know it is debut, but still check if the word is there in the passage, write it down. One who makes history, legend, you know, but still cross check before you finally enter the answer. This is to be doubly sure. A4 would be do as directed. Rewrite the sentence using an infinitive. So you know the use of non-finite verb and infinitive. She started competing at international level. She started to compete at international level. Rewrite as an exclamatory sentence. Her father was a keen wrestler. What a keen wrestler her father was. And please don't forget the exclamation mark. Now we come to the personal response question. Sports are important in our life. Elaborate. The Duke of Wellington once said, the Battle of Waterloo was won on the playground of Eton. He meant that the essential values of self-discipline, determination, courage and resilience, which he had learned on the playground of Eton, had stood him in good stead, and these very qualities had led him to victory in the Battle of Waterloo. This clearly signifies the importance of sports. Playing sports is very important as it helps in keeping our immune system strong, apart from contributing to our mental and physical fitness. It also develops good qualities in us, thereby contributing to our character development. Question number 2B, 4A, 2 will be based on the same paper pattern which we just analyzed. Now, section 3, poetry. A1, simple factual. A2, complex factual. A3, vocabulary based or poetic devices. Now, what are questions based on poetic devices, figures of speech, imagery, rhyme scheme, rhyming words? Now, let us take a look at an example. I've selected this beautiful poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, when knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. A beautiful poem. Now you have read the poem, you will go back and do the pre-reading activity, that is A1, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. Pick out the line as a proof that the poet would like everyone to work hard to reach their goal and in the long run to reach perfection, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. Pick out an example of alliteration from the poem. An example of alliteration used in the passage is into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Now, please remember these points while you write comprehension answers. Don't forget to draw the web diagrams, tables, etc. included in the question. Avoid writing only the answers. Answers should always be written in complete sentences. Question should be clear from the answer. The central idea of the passage is, and then start writing the answer. Complete sentences are expected even while answering objective questions like fill in the blanks. Personal response answers, please remember, should be based on your own views and opinions. And please don't take any points which are already there in the passage. When you make sentences using phrases, words, remember to frame your own sentences. Avoid textual sentences. Write the right question number, very important, and always begin a new question on a new page. Now let us end with a beautiful story. Too much of studying, right? We need a break. Two woodcutters were entrusted with the work of cutting down the old rubber trees in an estate before replanting. One of them was stout and strong, the other was lean and thin. On the first day, each of them could cut down the same number of trees. But the next day, the lean man could cut more trees than his friend. On the third day, too, the trend continued. Even though the stout man worked harder without rest, sweating profusely. The stout man now started doubting his own strength and suspected that he was becoming weaker as his performance was steadily declining. He watched the work of the lean man to learn the secret of his success. He was found taking frequent breaks and going away apparently to rest. He noticed that mysteriously, the lean man was more productive once he returned. The stout man asked his colleague about his secret. The lean man said that every hour he used to take a short break to rest and relax for a while. He added that during that period, he used it to sharpen his axe. A sharp axe enables me to work more effectively with less effort. The sharp axe cuts deeper. The occasional rest supplies me with strength and energy, thereby improving my efficiency at work, he said. This is true in our daily life. Some people, students are always busy with their work. They do not find time to rest or sharpen their mind or the tools at their disposal. Remember, it's all about practice and smart work. I want you to do smart work more than hard work, because the combination of hard work and smart work is efficient work. Our goals can only be reached through a vehicle of a plan in which we must fervently believe and upon which we must vigorously act. There is no other route to success. With these beautiful words of Pablo Picasso, the painter, I take your leave. Thank you.